Get close.
Hello.
Hello.
Wow.
Delete that.
And oop.
So we flew to New York and we flew from Sacramento. We had a layover in Boston. We flew Sacramento to Boston, 4-hour layover, flew to Syracuse, it's an hour flight. And then same way on the way back, flew from Syracuse to Boston and then Boston to Sacramento. My auntie and Uncle Richard live in Endicott. It's about an hour away from Syracuse Airport. There are no direct flights to Binghamton. You have to do a layover. So they just said try to find something, and it's cheaper to fly to Syracuse or Ithaca or Scranton. Anyways, we did the red eye. Our flight left Sacramento at 9 p.m. at night. It was horrible.
I wasn't prepared for how horrible it was going to be.
Yeah.
Why did you do that to me?
I'm sorry. I've taken a red eye, but it's just, I was like, I don't like flying in the dark. I need the ground, even though the ground is 35,000 feet under me. And if something goes awry, it's going to be terrible. But I need that comfort. And then the red eye plus a 4-hour layover in Boston, it was too much, man.
I thought I'd be able to doze off on a plane. That's usually not a problem for me, but
Yeah,
I did not fall asleep on the plane.
yeah.
And we ended up staying up all night through the entire journey.
The turbulence was terrible. There was at least an hour, maybe 90 minutes, just straight turbulence. And it wasn't like you dropped 4,000 feet in 2 seconds, but it was consistent. It was bothersome. And, and going back to the dark, I can't see anything. And I was like, during that 60 to 90 minutes, I was like, I'm going to die. I'm going to die. And this is how it is. And this is the end. Idris Elba is currently in a show on Apple TV Plus called Hijack. I was like, I'll watch that when we get back because I want to see it. But I was like, no. We went to Boston and Wahlburgers. They got a Wahlburgers in the Boston airport there. We didn't get it. It was too busy. It's like I don't want to deal with people.
We didn't want to support Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, because he beat up a Vietnamese kid 40 years ago. Never forget Marky Mark. Let's see.
And oop.
Can't you just keep a little notepad up right here?
I mean, sure, love her.
Well, you're going back and forth like a madman.
I'm sorry, love her.
There you go.
And oop.
On the way back at Boston Airport during a 4-hour layover, we had a couple beers, and then you said to me, "I want something Boston." You said, "I want Sam Adams." So we grabbed a couple Bud Lights, first round, second round. I went to the bar, which was called Bar Market, by the way. And I said, "Sir, give me 2 Sam Adams Boston lagers." And he said, "Okay." Now, they're probably brewed in Korea or Mexico or Yugoslavia, but I felt really Boston.
Wow, we really got the full, authentic Boston experience.
Yeah. I wanted to, so I was like, let's bring Antina a bottle of wine, even though I have no idea what wine is. We don't drink wine. I mean, I wouldn't even know how to pick a bottle. But they only let you check booze, or you have to check your luggage. You can only bring booze in your checked luggage. You can't bring booze as your carry-on or in a bag or whatever on the plane. So like, well, am I gonna have like a bottle of wine in my luggage? That's a recipe for disaster. I've seen the file footage. The guys who throw your bags around all day, dude. They throw them left, they throw them right, they throw them high, they throw them low.
They jump on them.
They jump on them, they trample them, they search them for any jewelry. Well, what the hell? TSA is still dehumanizing process. I hate it. Everyone hates it. I always forget to take off my shoes. I'm always searched 100%.
Every single time Vince has pulled aside
Yeah.
and done a body search, do they just want to touch you because
Yeah.
you're so handsome?
I get it. I lift. I'm really strong, and it's fine. Under the and they always, do you want to go in another room? Do you want to go behind those room dividers? Do you want to be in the? I was like, dude, just do your worst and your best.
You're not embarrassed.
Feel me all you want, and let's get this done. When we first got on to the flight to Sacramento, I'm sorry, to Boston, guy in front of you put his jacket up on his seat, and it was covering your screen.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
little TV screen, my entertainment.
Yeah, so I said, honey, whip out your phone, start filming video, because I'm about to give this guy a piece of my mind. We might go viral. We might tussle in the aisles. I'll emerge victorious because he was old. But I fought for you, honey. I got his jacket out of the way. Like, what the hell? He was completely unaware. Idiot. I only fly in pants now. I used to fly in shorts.
Oh, okay. It
But
was like, as opposed to what?
Well, I mean, I'm gonna get strip searched anyway, so might as well save the TSA agent sometime. But I used to fly in shorts, but I'd be so paranoid because shorts, the pockets are so loose, and I'd be constantly feeling for my phone and my wallet and sometimes my keys. So I adulted the heck up, and I only fly in pants now. I think it's the way to go. You guys, you men flying in shorts, grow up, bro.
What about the people flying in open toe shoes? I saw
Jeez.
so many
Yeah.
women specifically
Yeah.
in sandals and flip flops. That's
Yeah.
just an absolute no no to me.
Yeah. Although it does make the shoe removal process easier.
I just left my
Um,
shoes untied.
yeah.
That's the solution there.
Yeah. Well, I saw a lot of girls wearing like shorts. Like, what the heck, bro? You dressed in green. You wore a loud green t-shirt on our flight to Boston, and then you wore loud green socks.
Yes, I was all green for Boston. I wanted to represent. I wanted to look like one of the locals. That's how they dress, right?
Sure. There was zero Celtics paraphernalia on you. I think you look like it was St. Patty's Day or something. You did your makeup at the Boston airport.
Right. It was close to the time where we would be landing and meeting your family.
Yeah.
I didn't want to fly for hours and have a whole layover full face makeup
Why not?
because I knew I was going to get musty
Yeah.
and maybe sweat a little.
Yeah.
So I tried to freshen up there at the airport.
Yeah. It was similar to when you first met my parents. We drove down to San Diego, and you said, "Let me know when there's about an hour left of driving, because I'm going to do my hair and makeup in the car
Yes.
while I'm driving." And I was like, "All right." So we hit Orange County, Laguna Beach, or whatever. I was like, "We got an hour left," and then suddenly, my car turned into Texture Salon in Fair Oaks, and you did your whole deal there, and you were absolutely glamorous
It was worth it.
when we pulled up. The accents in Boston, lots of a plane going to Charlotte. Whatever airport employee hops on the speakerphone. Are you going to Charlotte? Just love that stuff. The Boston bathrooms on our way there were bussing, like soap touchless, the faucet touchless, the air to dry your hands was touchless. No door. It was the perfect public bathroom. On our way back, well, that was because it was 5 a.m. So barely anyone. It was unsullied, but on our way back, it was around noonish. It was not good. And
I
yeah,
I actually left a review because the bathroom was disgusting.
yeah.
And there's an option, a little touch screen on the bathroom wall. You can file a complaint. What can we do better? Whew.
Yeah.
Yeah, I let him have it.
Our flight to from Sacramento to Boston, they were giving us snacks and drinks 20 minutes in. I was like, "Oh, this is the way of life." But then they didn't give us anything
Oh
else
my gosh.
for 5 hours, 5.5 hours.
One little snack-sized bag of crackers
Yeah.
and one beverage for a 5-hour flight. That's
Yeah.
just not enough.
Yeah. Way too much turbulence on both our flights to Boston and then to Syracuse. And there was barely any pilot calming talk. Like I really need to be soothed because I think I'm going to die constantly. So on our flight from uh, Boston to Syracuse, it started raining a little, and we were delayed a little. We were on the tarmac, just taxiing around, waiting. And pilot says they're spacing us out more, 4 minutes apart, so it's going to be about 15 minutes till we take off. Okay, and a little bit of rain on the window. I'm a window seat kind of girl, and then uh, by the time 15 minutes later, by the time we take off, it's pounding rain, and then we take off, and it was like 20 minutes. The first 20 minutes were just climbing, 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 and clouds everywhere,
Surrounded by black clouds outside our windows.
turbulence everywhere, rain. That kind of stuff scares the crap out of me, the living crap out of me, because I think of the pilot, and all he sees out of his front view cockpit windows there is just clouds too. Like you can't see 6 feet in front of you. And I realize it's all computerized, and the FAA is doing its job, and air traffic control, blah blah blah. But that scares the crap out of me. So, and and it's an hour-long flight, so you got to like get up in the air very quickly. You don't have much time to lollygag. And it was just shaking, 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 rain, 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 clouds, 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 climbing up as fast as possible. Scared the living crap out of me, dude. I was just like, I'm going to die. I'm going to die. And would you rather die in an airline accident on the way to or from your destination, honey? From is the correct
I don't want to
answer.
miss out on my vacation.
Yeah. JetBlue, their screen, I fly 100% of the time. I fly Southwest because I'm usually flying to my parents. But tons of movies, tons of TV shows, little stupid games you could play, like trivia games we played together. You could do the group thing with random people on your flight. I thought that was really fun. The TSA. So you in Ithaca, you bought honey and you bought syrup for your parents.
Yes, I wanted to get them a little thank you gift for staying with the kids while we were gone.
And then the TSA in Syracuse confiscated both
Oh,
because they're too heavy, too much liquid.
I completely forgot, about
Yeah.
the fluid ounce limit.
Yeah, and they said you can go back and check your bags. I was like, really? And I said, lady, uh, go home, take this home, and enjoy some hot cakes with this Ithaca syrup. And she, no, we put this in. Okay, lady, just kidding. No one cares. Our flight from Syracuse to Boston was an older jet, small jet. Both of those 1 hour flights to and fro were smaller jets. And like the JetBlue employees scared the living crap out of you. Ladies, first of all, she was a yeller. Flight 218, going to Boston. We're loading up right now. So, first of all, boarding group E and F, you're allowed one carry-on. And if you have more than one, you got to check it. You got to pay, which is like, okay, scary. We were in group B. And then second of all, this is an older plane. It's been overbooked. There's not enough room for luggage. So we're going to start coming around and looking at your baggage. And if we deem it, and we're going to put it in the little baggage shape, size measurer deal. And if it doesn't fit, you have to check it. So she starts walking around. And I'm like, because my Adidas bag, which is like my travel bag, it's large and it's stuffed with potatoes, potato chips. Thanks, Emily. And we bought stuff, and Aunt Tina and gave us stuff. So I was like, oh my gosh, it was quite scary. It was quite intimidating. And by the way, no one's luggage fits into that stupid thing. The stewardess luggage, because they're like going around and walking around eating and stuff. Their luggage doesn't fit. It's all ridiculous. So stupid. And it's like, please don't look at my bag. I felt like I was hiding in Frank or something. It was like a baggage cop. It was very scary. But turns out we all get on the plane. Plane isn't even full, dude. It was like 70% full. I
Aw.
don't know what the hell was going on. But she scared the living crap out of me. We were up for 40 hours straight, but we really got second and third wins because my aunt was cool as heck, and we were hanging, and it was a good time. There was a crying baby on our flight
Aw.
from freaking Boston to Sacramento, and the baby wasn't crying for 6 hours, but I was 3 to 4 hours. We weren't right next to it, but we were within earshot. Jesus.
It's a bit annoying, but I feel even worse for the parents than I feel for us who have to listen to
Ah,
it. Can you
yeah,
imagine? There's nothing you can do about it.
yeah.
It's just
You know what you can do? Stay the hell home, rent an RV, get a private plane like Drake. So JetBlue has the screens and there's games and TV shows, blah blah. How about a turbulence screen? Like we're gonna hit turbulence for 90 minutes. You're gonna you're gonna be you're scared. You're gonna be scared that you're gonna die for 90 minutes straight. But give me some idea. And I like the map thing where you see yourself across the United States. We're flying over Nebraska now, but how about a turbulence screen? It's going to be 5 seconds of turbulence. It's going to be 4 hours of turbulence, just so I have some. So I'm not freaking. Well, I would still freak out. Um, at the end of the flight, we all disembark. We all leave. I always like to thank my pilots. Say thank you for not committing suicide today. Thank you for choosing to not kill yourself today, Mr. and Mrs. Pilot. And finally, so we're in Syracuse, and a little bit of delay. We're sitting there. Pilot comes on. Yeah, we're gonna getting some error messages, so we're gonna turn the plane off and turn it back on, and hopefully those error messages will go away. What?
why did you tell us that? You did not need to tell us that. I don't like to think that the thing carrying our lives
Yeah,
30,000 feet in the air
yeah,
is practically the same thing as my stupid desktop computer at
yeah,
work that I have to restart.
yeah. Restart your modem, sir.
That doesn't instill confidence.
Excuse me, I know nothing about nothing. I'm not a pilot, but how about you investigate those error messages? And is it like an error message is the coffee machine is down, or is it like engine number 4 isn't working? How about you investigate? How about you go look at engine number 4?
And how about you don't tell us that?
Yeah,
Keep it to yourself.
yeah. Just say we got to turn off the plane for a second. I lost the keys. Um, I forgot the garage door opener. I don't know. Come up with something because they do shut down the plane, but restarting the plane for error messages, and I assume they went away. I mean, we lived, thank God. But harrowing journey. Yeah, it was hard, but
Never again. Just kidding.
but
We
we.
can't wait to go again.
Well, the USA is too big. Um, Aunt Tina lives too far. Grandma Tina, actually. So I've been looking at Emily and her husband Kai live in Vancouver. It's a 2 hour flight. I think 2 hours is very doable, very amenable. But cross country, definitely never red eye again. 6 hours, it's a lot. And then with the layover, they had a layover in Atlanta, but their layover was an hour. We had some delays. It was about 30, 35 minutes for delays, but we had a 4 hour layover. I couldn't imagine a 1 hour layover. You'd be crapping your pants. Anyways, yeah, so that's our travel log. We're like Rick Stevens out here. Is there anything else, honey?
No.
Okay, bye bye.